Northeast PA's Classic Rock 107. Good morning, I'm Prospector.
Good morning, I'm Kate.
And Kate, it is time for us to figure out who it is, the winner of the internet. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Because every day I get up and I scour the World Wide Web. I'm looking for funny, interesting videos, stuff to put on the website, clips to play on the show. And when I find one that stands out above the rest, I declare it to be the winner of the internet.
So, Duncan teamed up with Sabrina Carpenter for a new brown sugar shaken espresso drink.
And a 81-year-old grandma's TikTok review of that drink is blowing up.
Hey there, it's Grandma C. And it's Sabrina's brown sugar shaken espresso. So let's try it. Well, it's very coffee flavored. It's okay. Now, her name is Sabrina Carpenter. I will read about her when I go back home, but at least I know now that this drink was named for her. I have no idea why, but we're going to find out. I'm drinking this cold espresso on a cold day in North Carolina. At least it's not raining yet. It's supposed to rain. No snow, but rain.
Her name is Carol Chapman, as you heard, she goes by Grandma C. And I love how she has no idea who Sabrina Carpenter is, because you know what? Neither do I.
I know who Sabrina Carpenter is, and the drink is named after her song, Espresso. I'll try it for us, don't worry.
Well, I might try the coffee. Probably not. Eventually, she just talked about the weather, which I love as well.
Rambles about the weather, but you can see the video by going to rock107.com and clicking the winner of the internet, or head over to facebook.com/angryprospector.
There it is, your winner of the internet for this January 9th, 2025.
Already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Led Zeppelin founder Jimmy Page turns 81 today. These days, the only communication breakdown in his life is when the battery dies in his miracle year. The Los Angeles premiere of the movie Unstoppable was canceled due to the fires. This news update brought to you by Irony. As previously stated, Led Zeppelin founder Jimmy Page turns 81 today. He'll celebrate with his new song, Stair Lift to Heaven.
Prospector ruins everything, even the news. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
What if I told you I could help you live longer and you don't have to give up anything to do it?
Oh, it's Prospector Show on Rock 107. And okay, Kate, I'm interested. Tell me how.
A new study found drinking it in the morning could help you live longer, but if you keep drinking it all day, maybe not.
What are we talking about here?
Scientists tracked people's health for 10 years and split them into 3 categories. People who only drink coffee in the morning, people who drink it all day, and people who didn't drink it at all.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Yeah, it's going to keep you alive.
The morning coffee drinkers had a 16% lower risk of dying for any reason and a 31% lower risk of dying from heart disease compared to the non-coffee group.
Nice. So I'm going to live forever. Okay, perfect.
Sounds that way. But the benefits disappeared for people who drink coffee all day. So having your last cup before noon could save your life.
What kind of coffee is this, or study is this? Like, oh, good news, coffee helps you live longer. Bad news, you got to stop at noon or you're done. Now every morning I got to do coffee math in my head. Okay, if I have a cup now, another at like 9:15, and maybe one at like 11:59, I'll live to 104. But if I have 4 cups, I'm calling the cardiologist by lunch. Is that how this works?
It sounds like it. Moderate coffee drinkers saw the biggest benefit. They define moderate as 2 to 3 cups each morning. The benefits drop by half for people who drank more than that.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
So now I got to have rules for coffee. Like, I just want to survive the workday. That's all I want to do. Now I got to time my coffee intake like I'm training for the Olympics. Honey, set an alarm for the last cup so I don't die.
All right. They're not sure why drinking it later in the day makes a difference. Their best guess is that it messes with their sleep.
Okay, I guess that part makes sense. And I guess it's just a weird survey, and I got to trust these half-awake scientists who probably drank coffee all day to figure this whole thing out. Been taking in pets displayed by the Palisades fires near Malibu. She runs 2 vet clinics in the area, and one was empty, so she posted on Facebook offering to take in any pets that had to be evacuated. She says tons of people reached out offering for help in the past 2 days, but even more have reached out offering to help.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
Hi. You probably don't know me, but odds are you feel bad for me. You see, I'm Prospector's wife, Tara. I know what you're thinking. Oh, that poor woman. The truth is, he's the sweetest guy. Most of the time. But when he starts rambling, yeah, you have no idea. It's actually far worse than you can imagine. Here's a little taste of my world. It's time for Prospector's Picky Pet Peeves on Rock 107.
People who say doo-doo, but not when referring to excrement. They're explaining a process and they'll say, what I do. There's no doo-doo in there. There's only do. What I do. You know what you sound like? Yoda. An idiotic Yoda at that.
Seriously?
Dog commercials that call medication the number one choice of dogs. I actually heard this. The number one choice of dogs. No, the owner chooses the medicine. Secondly, the number one choice of dogs, you know, the animal that will eat its own poo if you let it? Maybe I don't trust Scruffy when it comes to what to put in my mouth.
Nobody cares.
New Year's Eve. Yeah, I don't like it. Not the fact that the calendar's changing. No, I hate the pressure. The pressure to do something exciting on New Year's Eve. You got to dress up and go somewhere exciting. You got to be happy and have fun. Be with friends and go to a cool place and document it all. Put those photos and pictures and videos on social media at the stroke of midnight. And I hate the questioning leading up to it. What are you doing on New Year's? Are you doing something fun? Yeah, I'm touching myself. Leave me alone. Or the resolutions. What's your New Year's resolution? And I don't hate that people make a resolution, one that they're going to drop quicker than a dealer drops his bag when he spots a 5-0. What I hate is that they're expecting me to do it. Look, I'm damn near perfect. I don't need a resolution. But here's one for you. I resolve not to let yam bags hijack any more of my time than absolutely necessary. Bye-bye.
Good Lord. You think that was bad? Try living with him. Love you, honey. Mean it.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather around the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Jam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
All right, if I tried this, they would have immediately pepper sprayed me. Have you seen the video of a Hooters waitress trying to flirt her way out of a DUI? Her name is Sophia Rose. She's 22, and it all happened in Sarasota, Florida, way back in mid-November, but the chest cam footage is all over social media right now. She kept calling the cop daddy, saying she wanted to make out, then told him to stop being such a nerd about it. She also pulled her sweater up at one point to show off the Hooters shirt she had on. He pulled her over around 2 a.m. She didn't get breathalyzed until 3:12, but even then, she was still 4 times the legal limit. Her blood alcohol was 0.33. Unfortunately for her, the flirting didn't work. She's got a pretrial hearing this morning.
Nominee number 2.
Sometimes it's satisfying to see a criminal's mug in their mugshot. It's even more satisfying if they're looking a little worse for the wear. A 51-year-old man named Clint Ferguson went on a tirade in a parking lot of a shoe store in Louisiana on Sunday, and it's unclear what started it, if anything. But Clint pulled up to a car using racial slurs and shouting things like, "I hate N-words." And yes, the victims were black. One victim called 911 when another got out of the car and stood in front of Clint's vehicle in an attempt to stop him from leaving till cops arrived. Clint drove around that person and ran over the victim's foot. That victim then punched Clint through an open driver window as he drove away. The punch must have caught him square because Clint was later arrested, and in his mugshot, he's sporting a big fresh shiner. He's also charged with felony aggravated battery, misdemeanor hate crimes, and resisting an officer. He's still locked up on $50,000 bond.
And the winner is
the Hooters waitress who tried to flirt her way out of a DUI. You're the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to tomorrow's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Week, Friday morning on Rock 107. Thanks for listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.